Google has been dominating the market since forever. But no more. The CCI is set to throw it off the throne with a 1,337 crore rupee fine. Will it be successful? Read on. Welcome back to Revolution Read On, a daily podcast where we break down one story from the world of business and finance. Google rules our lives, period. Can you even imagine going a whole day without Google? But our beloved Google may soon lose its throne, thanks to the Competition Commission of India that has slapped Google with two fines worth 2,273 crore rupees, 1,337 crore rupees for Android ecosystem violations, and 936 crore rupees for anti-competitive Play Store policies. Why has the CCI fined Google? How will Google change after CCI's orders? And how will this impact India? Sit tight and dive in as we break down the Google versus CCI case for you. Ever wondered how Google became Google? Let's rewind a little. Back in 2005, Google took a decision that changed it forever. A decision that has impacted all our lives. It bought Android for a measly $50 million. Yes, the same Android that is powering your phone right now, unless you're from the iPhone gang. Android was for Google what the Mind Stone was for Thanos. It made it inevitable. Today, Android has a 71.86% market share, while iOS has a 27.6% market share. With this began the slow and steady monopolization by Google. Google got Android phones to pre-install Google apps like Google Chrome and Play Store and make Google Search the default search engine. Yes, every Android phone has had Google Search. It was bound to become our go-to friend. Now, while Play Store has become our friend, app developers have a bitter relationship with it, and you can blame Google for it. All in-app purchases would have to pass through Google, and Google took a 15 to 30% cut on every purchase. This is where the watchdog and our rescuer, CCI, stepped in. The CCI wants to end Google's Android dominance and its unfair Play Store policies. So it has listed 10 commandments. Summarizing them, Google can't force or incentivize manufacturers to pre-install its apps. It cannot restrict uninstalling its pre-installed apps. It cannot link licensing of Play Store with pre-installing its other apps. It can't deny Play Store APIs to manufacturers or competitors. Google has to list other app stores on its App Store. And it shall allow users to select the default search engine during initial setup. Now, this could mean a massive financial blow to Google. Android earned $19 billion for the company in 2020. If Chrome and Play Store lose dominance, Google will lose a major chunk of ad revenue it earns from them. So, Google dragged CCI to court over Android ecosystem violations. On what grounds? It claimed that the CCI was unoriginal and had copied the EU's. The move would make smartphones super expensive and would slow down digital adoption. Now, the first complaint sounded pretty juvenile, but the second one caught our attention. How can an anti-competitive ruling make phones expensive? Smartphone manufacturers will have to design forks, new versions of Android OS, if they don't want pre-installed Google apps. Now, they'll have to use their own resources to provide security and functionalities in these phones, features that came inbuilt with Google. This will increase their costs. Plus, with Google gone, there could be security risks for users. Right now, Google vets all apps before installation. On the face of it, the argument seems sound, and manufacturers like Micromax even sided with Google here. But companies like Samsung and Xiaomi already use these forks. They have Google apps pre-installed because they want access to Google Search and Play Store. So Google's argument doesn't really make sense, does it? Which is why the Supreme Court has refused to stay the CCI's orders. Google will have to pay 10% of the fine within a week and will also have to follow the orders the CCI laid down. What does this mean for India? Google's fall may finally give startups like MapMyIndia and Indus OS App Store a chance to rise. This could be the defining moment for India. This could spur innovation in India, leading to homegrown search engines and app stores. But we're so used to Google apps now. Will not having them pre installed become yet another pain point? More importantly, can startups defeat a giant like Google? Or is it too late? Thank you for listening to this episode. We'll be back with more on Monday. Until then, read on.